Is this the main character of Main Street?
Princess Berry here today. We're at Disney's Magic Kingdom. So it's time to return to
the Plaza restaurant.
Yes, it calls us back because apparently the menu is updated since the last time we've been there. So it's your number one choice of foodie infotainment. We're here to try the food, so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. No, she is not getting a castle room this time.
It's time to foodie and chill. This is the vegan appetizer. It is a house salad with a balsamic vinaigrette. There's not a lot going on over here. It's just lettuce, like mixed lettuce, and tomatoes with the sauce. So I'm going to get a small amount, and then I'm going to zhuzh it for you after that. Let's try it this way first. I do think the greens are very fresh. I like the tomato more than the green. I appreciate that it's a mixed green, not like a single green. The balsamic is like an entry balsamic. So like if you've never had balsamic before, you've never like had a vegan, if you're like a new vegan, you would enjoy this. Me, I think there's other salad. Like I would rather have the castle salad at Cinderella's Royal Table. So I'll give this a 2.75 out of 5 salads. It tosses my salad, but like barely. I want to do one more review of this lettuce with the vegan parm, Madly Hadley. Maybe it's better. We'll see. This is one of those salads that is absolutely improved with cheese. So I would recommend bringing cheese. Like I said before in our Festival of the Arts video, go to Three Bridges. Fly. Let me back it up. Fly here with an empty container that you can use for your pocket parm. Go to Three Bridges, order the tacos, veganized. They give you a huge amount of vegan parm. Put your extra vegan parm in that little shaker that you brought and use it the whole time you're here. You will thank me. And it would great. Look, it would work great on something like this. So, with the parm, it's like a 4 out of 5 salad. It tosses my salad way better than just eating it on its own.
I know many of you would scoff at the decision to get a house salad, but I need you to put some respect on the house salad name. House salads all around the world have been carrying poor menus on their backs for decades. And a good house salad can save a restaurant. Save.
Like bourbon steak.
Like bourbon steak. Excellent house salad. Even something as local and Cheney as Ale House, I love their house salads. I'll go there and eat just that. Leafy greens and all. Now there are some other veggies in here, berry at the bottom. You have some tomatoes and cucumbers. So you have the fixins. You fix it yourself. I actually like the balance of the dressing, though I do think it's slightly overdressed. Their lettuce is approaching like that saturation point. Still crunchy, but just barely hanging on for dear life. It's very tart salad. As far as an appetizer, it does whet my appetite, so it's doing its job. But I don't expect anything else more than a house salad. I'm not looking forward to whisk me up to Cinderella's Castle. I'm not expecting it to get a high score in Buzz Lightyear Spaceman. I don't even expect it to make me laugh on the laugh floor. I just expect to be fed. And it did that. Give that 3 out of 5 claws. We learned early on as foodies in this community and at Walt Disney World, even at Universal, always ask about the soup of the day. Even if they don't tell you, sometimes there's an odd surprise in there. This gnocchi Italian soup with tomatoes and carrots and all sorts of herbs in there. This is the perfect thing for these weird Florida nights where the weather is a little chill, like high 60s, low 70s. I like a good soup. Ooh. Definitely get those Italian flavors. The gnocchi, just like little dumplings floating in there. Not icebergs that are going to ruin your day, but more like a foodie flotation device of flavor. Foodie flotation device of... Yes, that's what it is. Foodie flotation device of flavor. That's every dumpling from now on. But that is exceptionally tasty. Very herb forward. but very, very good. I'll get a warm, hugged feeling right in here. That 3.75 out of 5 claws.
So our long lost friend, the chili burger, is still here on the menu at the Plaza, and the chili has mightily evolved. I put the pickles on here. Let me take these off so you can see that now it's like mostly impossible. There's beans, but there's hardly any. And then they throw some pico on there, so it's like a whole thing. It's a messy little thing. It's like crazy just even picking up. It's so messy. And I asked for extra cheese. I love the impossible portion of this. It is super flavorful. I'm so glad I got extra cheese. The chili itself has like a chorizo type of flavoring to it, which I'm super into. Plus the pico. I love this. I think this is actually improved since the last time that I had it, because the last time I had it was more like beans and liquidy. This is fire. And I do fries too, and they're also fire. So I'm going to give the whole dish a 4.75 out of 5 burgers. Like, if I had to choose between this burger and any other burger at Magic Kingdom that's vegan, I can't think of a burger that's better than this one.
It's amazing how long this burger has survived at Magic Kingdom. It certainly has survived longer than, well, I guess saying it survived longer than Tom Sawyer's Island would be incorrect. But at least it's still here, and Tom Sawyer's Island is not. This is a big, sloppy, and impossible burger. If it's one thing the Plaza specialized, it's Plaza-style comfort food, and they do that very well. If you somehow manage to take a bite of this burger and not make a mess of either your hands, your cheeks, or both, I need you to school me. Make a course, send me a link, I'll watch the whole thing. That is a thick, messy burger. The chili, definitely better than it was before. The addition of the extra cheese, I think actually helps hold the whole thing together. The Impossible Patty is your standard patty, but it's the fixings, as always, that matter. Getting an Impossible Burger nowadays is very easy. It matters what you do with that burger that makes it better. That with the pickles and everything else, I think it's a super tasty Impossible Burger, and you could do far worse in Magic Kingdom. I don't often say that. I would give that a solid 4 out of 5 claws. Now, the fries are indeed tasty. Nice steak cut. They passed the fry test. They're an above average fry, but they're not getting any special crowns or prizes from me. I would give the fries the entire plate, I'm going to keep it the 4 out of 5 claws. If I was to rate the fries on their own, maybe a 3.5 out of 5 claws. So, brand new on the menu is this pot roast stack. What is a pot roast stack, you might ask? It's basically any version of like an open face sandwich. It just happens to be chopped with pot roast and all the fixings you would normally get with pot roast. So you have the Texas toast in the bottom, the mashed potatoes with the onion gravy, topped with a big pile of the pot roast piled as high as Thunder Mountain, and then for some reason onion rings. Just ignore these green beans over here on the side, just like I do Country Bear Jamboree. You don't need to worry about those. That's right. I said it. We still haven't been since they updated it. It's probably going to be a long time before we do. Let's go ahead and dive right in. These nice thick cut of the pot roast. Plenty of gravy. I'm even going to take a little bit of the onion ring. Just a tiny bit. Not a huge bit. Just a tiny bit. I don't really love onion rings, to be honest.
Well, you're intolerant.
I am intolerant. They're my mother's favorite, though. She loves onion rings. Me, never loved them. Even before I was intolerant. Maneuver this fork. Honestly, I bite into it, and instantly I feel like it's something that belongs to 50s prime time in Hollywood studios. It's very much that home-style vibe. It's like, well, what are you making for dinner tonight, Mom? How do you feel about taking a leftover pot roast and making open-faced tofurkey sandwiches with it? Everybody cheers like it's a sitcom. I think that works. Well, honestly, it's not bad. The pot roast is nice and tender, falls apart. I didn't need the knife at all for that. The onion ring is an onion ring. It's crispy, no complaints. They could make no better anywhere else at the park, but they could probably make them better than Cosmic Raids. Yes, I'm still throwing Cosmic Raids shade in the middle of a review that has nothing to do with Cosmic Raids. It's a tasty sandwich, open face sandwich. My one critique is that the mashed potatoes are a bit lacking. They are mashed potatoes, but they're only that. If not for the gravy, they would be subpar to boringly average potatoes. They're given nothing. No hint of garlic. They're not especially buttery. They're just mashed potatoes with gravy on top in between the sandwich. They're not instant. They're just not, they don't spark joy. This isn't like, I would say that even the mashed potatoes you would get at Liberty Tree spark more joy than this. And that's me saying positive things about Liberty Tree. There's a lot of shade in this video. Either way, I would give that a solid 4 out of 5 claws. If you look at it and it sounds interesting on the menu, I think you just go ahead and get it. Now, kids, even though I hate them, I tell you all the time, eat your veggies, and then make sure your parents eat theirs too, because if you gotta eat them, so do they. Which means I gotta eat the green beans. They're not rubbery, but no sir, I do not like them. They're adequately cooked, and that's it. They need salt or pepper or something, even butter, something, because they're given absolutely nothing but chewy green stuff. Pocket Parm might actually do it, but that's Apprentice's bag, and we'll leave that to her. I would give that 2 out of 5 claws. There are other vegetables, but we're left with this one. Now, also on the menu, they do have a pulled pork sandwich that's brand new. Unfortunately, I read that on the menu, and it's Coca-Cola pulled pork, giving me horrific flashbacks of the cherry Coca-Cola brisket at Pecos Bill, and I wanted none of that. None of that. So if you want pulled pork, you can get that. If you guys get it at any point, you let me know how it tastes, because I am not crossing that bridge. I'm a bear drawing a line in the sand. I don't like Coca-Cola, and I don't want it in my food. No siree bob. I would probably still rather have this than that.
When you put Teremana and Grand Marnier on the menu as a drink that is pre-mixed, you're gonna ask for it. So even though this is a small little margarita, it is a cute one. Probably not very strong, but that's beside the point. It's a little tart. A little heavy on the sweet and sour, but I think like most of the Magic Kingdom mixed drinks are just a little bit extra on the mixers and not as hard on the liquor. They are pre-made across the river, so take that for what it is. I doubt they're agitating these pre-mixed drinks before they serve them. I would give this a 2 out of 5 margaritas. I think you're better off ordering like beer or wine.
We have been all too happy about the addition of cocktails at the Magic Kingdom table service restaurants, but we wish that those drinks would at least rotate and change. If it's got to be batched, it's got to be batched. One day this park will cave and just give us cocktails galore. Until then, we settle for the pre-mixed. It's a tart, just like all of you. Sharp and to the point. I would give this a 3.5 out of 5 claws. It probably gets bonus points for even existing, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to cover the basics. I promise you that even though sometimes I may come off with a bear with a touch of class, and only a touch, I do drink regular things every now and again. They didn't have a lot of options for beverages here. Most of those I've had, don't love. But they do have beer. The regular Magic Kingdom staples. You have Michelob Ultra, High Life, Blue Moon, and the ever panned Bud Light. If you see me order a Bud Light on this channel, something has gone very, very wrong. Even outside of this YouTube channel, I'm not ordering Bud Light unless I'm forced or it's free. I will drink free Bud Light. So Mick Ultra it is, and I'm not too fancy for Mick Ultra. I am a Floridian raised on campfire times with friends, with trucks and Natty Light.
Florida Man show?
Florida Man Special. So this, to me, is still a fairly fancy beer, even if it's not a craft beer. Crisp, refreshing, ultra, and still better than Bud Light. 3.5 out of 5 points.
This is one dessert that Bear and I will always fight over, and even though there's a vegan milkshake available, well, multiple vegan flavor milkshakes available here, just like if you were going to Sci-Fi, we still think that this is the best dessert available at the Plaza, and though it is not as chocolatey as it was before, it's still like a banana chocolate situation. And I've always loved this cake. Like, Bear and I used to fight over this cake. I should ask for chocolate ice cream because they have that too. But yeah, so you can see it's a little bit lighter. Ooh, this ice cream falls over. It's a little bit lighter in cake flavor than in the past. It used to be like a darker color. And now I'm just destroying it because it won't get on the fork. All right, I guess I'm just taking a huge bite and committing to my mistake. If the Ohana and Banana Cabana / Sebastian's Bistro desserts was not a pineapple bread pudding, and they went more like the chocolate route, chocolate banana even, this is what it would taste like. It's the same moisture that you would get from those desserts, but I think a little more flavorful. I love this dessert. And there's a reason why Bear and I have been fighting over it since we started our first review on this channel, which was 2018. Love it. It is a 5 out of 5. It is a Princess Cities item. I think if you are vegan and you come to Magic Kingdom, there's really not a lot of food available for you. And like, you can get basic food here, but like the dessert is where it's at. So come here and get the burger and the dessert, or just come for the dessert. They don't care. They don't care if you want to just come here and get dessert and milkshake or whatever. It's your vacation, so enjoy it how you want to. I will give this a 5 out of 5. It is a Princess Cities item, and you need it.
The hardest part about this dessert is where to start. Because it's like, do you want more ice cream? You want to go for the cream first, or go for the base first? Go eat them separately, eat them together. There is no right, and there is no wrong. There is only dessert. Put that on a t-shirt. Consistent notes of the banana chocolate, a little bit of hint of cinnamon. Tasty. That nice hot dessert, cold ice cream sort of duo that has yet to be defeated. It's a good dessert. Top tier, especially for Magic Kingdom. That's a 4.5 out of 5 claws. It's tasty. You can be hot and cold, but only in here. Somehow we always arrive at the exit of Magic Kingdom.
And it was a good time. We had great food. I think that even though the Plaza used to be a quick service restaurant, I think the table service change is good. And the food has only improved over the years.
Yes, the Plaza has definitely deserves the spot that it has. It's a busy restaurant. It turns people through quick. And even though it's not as fancy as some of the other restaurants here in Magic Kingdom, it deserves its own place in your hearts. I really want to know from the rest of you guys if you would have chosen the Coca-Cola pulled pork sandwich over what I got. Because honestly, nothing in my mind can reconcile choosing that thing.
Comment and tell Bear which one he should have got.
Yes. But it was a good meal. The pot roast fits very well, even though it gave me 50 prime time vibe. But as always, we want to know what you guys think. If there's anything else you'd like to see us do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell and see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, well, maybe Bear will yeet himself out of the Magic Kingdom and just live in Animal Kingdom and never come to this kingdom? Because he'll be confusing it with Disneyland.
Every kingdom I'm in is the Animal Kingdom. But you heard the girl.